So now we're going to talk about advocacy strategies. And for the purposes of our video series, we're going to talk about 10 different types of advocacy. There are so many ways you can advocate. You'll probably think of some others, but these are 10 major ones to consider. And the first one I want to talk to you about is probably the most popular these days, but because of that can also be the most difficult, and that's social media advocacy. Social media advocacy is a great way to raise awareness and connect with a ton of people about whatever issue you're advocating on. The trick is to get heard with all the noise that's out there right now. So, a few ways that you can do that. The very first recommendation I have is to go onto the social media pages of sites and people that got you to take action. Maybe it was to buy a $200 hair supply system, or maybe it was to go to an event, or maybe it was to donate to a cause. Go on there and see what about that video or that message or post really connected with you and got you to take whatever action it was that you took. And see what from that you can glean and use in your own social media advocacy. So once you've kind of got a feel for that, you want to make sure that you create a plan to consistently communicate with people. You don't want to be just sending posts sporadically every now and again. You want to make sure that you are consistently engaging with people on this issue. And a few different key types of messages that you should use. First off is education messages. You want to make sure that people know about your issue, understand why it's important, understand how it impacts people in their communities. The next type of message that you want to use is activation and motivation. You talked about a problem, it's probably pretty sad, or we would need to get a law passed, but you don't want to leave people just with that information. You want to give them an opportunity to help and to take action. So those would be posts like encouraging people to go attend an event where you're speaking and collecting signatures for a petition, or getting people to donate to your cause. You could encourage people to contact their state legislators. Make sure that you give people a way that they can get involved and help. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you update people. You ask people to write their legislators, and they want to find out how that made a difference. That's a good thing to do anyway, to get people to continue to engage with you and continue to motivate them to take action when they can see the progress that's happened or the lack of progress that's happened. But make sure that they know that their voices were heard, and if there's still more work to do, or if they've achieved their goal and that bill is passed. So that's social media advocacy really quickly. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but those are a few things to start thinking about.